Hey there, my name is Richard Dunn. I'm the Executive Director here at the Center, and you have been working through the Faith and Finance course. And if you're here now, you're on lesson number 9, which is taking loans. All right, now this can get tricky, can it? And a lot of you can probably think of times where you've had to take a loan or you tried to take a loan. Maybe you've been denied, or maybe you wound up in a loan that you really regret getting into. In last week's session, when we ended up, you were asked to do something. You were asked to pull up and make a copy of your credit report. I hope you were able to do that. If you were not able to do that, please pause this video right now. Go back, and there's some information in lesson 8 how you can go and get that video. By the way, with that said, you need to make sure you've got one of our Faith and Finance Participants book, because we're going to walk through that here, and it'll really help you understand what we're doing when we do that. All right, so if you'll take your books and turn to page 102, we're going to talk about reviewing your credit report. There's a great box there that just talks about repairing your credit. Listen, most of us at some point in life have made some mistakes. We've got some things that have happened that cause us to need to do credit repair. And there's some information on here that will be helpful. So just real quickly, let's read through this. Take that report if you have it, okay? Examine your report carefully. Just note any errors that might have been made by the credit. They make errors sometimes too. Make those notes. If you don't find anything though, then you'll be able to move forward with that. You know you've got a good and accurate report. But if you do have some, highlight them, make some contact. Listen to this next one. Take responsibility for your past mistakes, all right? Just learn from them. If you made it a while back, if it was a mistake, you took a bad loan, you didn't pay off a loan, you faulted on a loan, whatever the case may be, just accept that. It's in the past. You cannot fix that, but you can repair going forward. But you just need to acknowledge it and make a point to learn from the past and not do that again. Contact your creditor, lender, or collection agency to negotiate. Listen, this is important. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they will reduce that amount you owe, and they will help you out, and they will give you a lesser sum to deal out, and you will get all this in writing so you know exactly what you've been agreed upon. You can't just be verbal. Verbal's great, but you need it in writing. Keep all your personal information 100% confidential. Never share on phone or on unless you really know who you're talking to and 100% completely trust them. Otherwise, keep these things locked up. And if it's something you don't need anymore, shred it, tear it up, make sure it is destroyed so other people can't get it. And unfortunately, sometimes those other people are family or friends, someone close to you. In fact, that's usually where identity theft comes from. Keep it safe. Get on the phone if you get a call from your creditor you think you trust. If you don't think you trust them, hang up. Get away from that. Look up their number. Call them back if you think it's legitimate. All right. So at the bottom of that page there, okay, you're going to see my personal plan. Point 1, 2, 3. Pause this video just for a second. Okay. Pause it for a second and take a moment and answer. My personal plan to repair my credit involves these steps. 1, 2, 3. Pause the video. Do that. Okay, so hopefully you came up with at least 3 points. I want to make a promise to you. If you came up with the 3 points, you go, I wrote them down, but I have absolutely no idea how to take care of this. I want you'll have the contact information for the center, either talk to myself or one of our other facilitators to help you understand what we will help you understand and walk through those steps and accomplish that goal. Again, it's not an overnight thing, but you can get there. Page 103, this is just a quick talk about predatory lending. There are people out there who do not care about you. They really don't care about you. And they will take your money any way they can. And I got a feeling many of you who are listening to this have probably at some point got caught in some kind of predatory loan. Listen, you did it because there was just a really bad situation. Maybe you were desperate and you didn't know what else to do, but you found yourself in that situation and then you didn't know how to get out of it. Look at the little example that we give there. We've got our friend Eva. She's talking to her friend Sierra, and about how she has dealt with some things in the past to rent a home. Listen to this dialogue real quick. Eva says, "This is a great sound system, neighbor. Wow, where did you get it?" Sierra says, "Down at Rent and Go. They gave me low monthly payments along with a $50 gift certificate." Eva says, "Sierra, I hate to break it to you, but they're predators. It rocks out great, but you're going to pay for this thing like 4 times more than it's worth. So he says, don't worry, they got it coming. They think they pull one over on me, but I got insurance. Eva says, what do you mean? I'll pay Al to break in and steal this thing. The insurance will refund it, and he'll get the system back to me in a few weeks when all the dust settles. You should get Isaac to do the same thing with a smartphone that you got Michael. Eva says, man, free phone. We could use the money. We really can't afford that thing. Anyway, it was a ripoff. What if we get busted? Sierra says, come on. They ain't going to find out. They need a taste of their own medicine. All right, that's really not the way it works. Take a moment, pause the video. There's a couple of questions there. Answer those questions. I'll be right back. Pause the video. Come right back. All right, I hope that you understood that last question was, should Eva take this advice? And the answer is no, do not. Hey, turn to page 104. Now we have Eva and Isaac because they do take a loan. Let's read through this just real quick because I think it's a great story. Now that Isaac has a regular income and Eva's mother Dolores helps with the housework, Eva feels hopeful and confident. We always want to feel hopeful and confident. The couple has included Isaac's income in their spending plan, and they continue to track their cash flows. Though it isn't high-paying or glamorous, Eva's position at the corner store has given her years of experience in overseeing a small business. Now she is in charge of 3 other employees and can run the store with her eyes closed. She has a great relationship with the owner too. She's ready to move into a better job and considering working at Bennett's, a large department store across town. Eva discussed the potential with the store manager's job with Gloria, her older friend from church, who also worked there for many years. The job would be flexible and offer health insurance, look at that, for the family. However, Eva needs a 2-year degree from a local community college to qualify. She is determined to start the process by taking 2 night classes every semester. Pretty wise. Because of her situation, she qualifies for a lot of financial aid. Just a note there, you ask these folks, you will see they can be helpful. And Eva did that and she found out. Considering the cost of books and fees and loss of time, Eva can go to college for only $2,000 a year. Although she has a bad credit history, Eva qualifies for 3 loans. One from the student credit union, another from a large bank, and another from a local lender on her block. Eva begins to investigate student loans. She figured out how much she will pay in total interest on each loan. Although the interest rate is highest from the big-hearted Ricks, the convenient location is attractive. They only require a check stub and ID to get started, and no paperwork. Plus, you get a gift card for a free pizza when you sign up. Examine the chart of Eva's student loan choices. What you will notice is that the interest rates and the repayment amount. So look at that chart just real quick. We're on page 105, that chart there where it says $2,000 student loan for 5 years. Review that real quick. Pause the video, and look at that report. Okay, so hopefully you had a chance to look at that real quick and you see the differences there. I mean, look at there, A&R Credit Union, that's the student credit union, the interest rate is 4.5%. Sounds like a lot until you jump down to the bottom there and see big-hearted Ricks. Man, I don't know if I even want to be in the same room with big-hearted Rick, okay? Because he charges 23.8%. You have probably dealt with a lot of loans where you are being charged 20, 25, or maybe 30% or more on, if you're in that area, okay? Sometimes there's a problem because of past credit, but it's not always the case, especially when you're dealing with student loans and things of that nature. Stay away from big-hearted Ricks. You've got a question there if Eva and Isaac decided it is wise to take a loan, which one should they choose? And it's clear they need to work with A&R Student Credit Union and see the difference there that they have got to work with. Go down to the bottom there. Again, we're on page 105, and this is loans in the light of God's work. This is so very, very important. Look at those three questions there, those 3 groups there. Take a moment, pause the video, and answer those 3 questions. All right, so hopefully you were able to look and you were able to see those. Again, if you're doing it online, it's a little bit different. We would normally kind of divide those up in groups. But you know what? Maybe you've got somebody at the house you can sit down and talk with because probably they're trying to help you with this too. And again, as always, if you have questions about this, just call us and let us help you through that. But those are some great questions in talking about loans. Listen, loans are difficult. We want to help you out with that. God cares so much about you and making sure that you are a right steward with your money, okay? And sometimes when we find ourselves in desperate, bad situations, we're not quite sure what to do. God's wisdom is always there for you. God wants you to live in peace and joy, and it's hard to live with peace and joy when you have people calling you and bugging you for money and maybe even threatening you to get that money returned, money that you know is just damaging and destroying your credit. Don't give up on your credit. There's opportunities to repair that. It will take some time, but you can do it, and we're here to help you with that. If you've got questions, you've gone through this session, let us know. We'll be glad to go over your credit report with you and talk about some of those things, and then get you directed to the people who are wise and do this for a living, who are trustworthy and will help you out. Again, thank you for finishing this course. We'll be getting ready to go to the next one.